Welcome back, everybody, to the Search Show 24/7, and this is ABC's Once Upon a Time, Episode 3, entitled Quite a Common Fairy. So, let's get right into it. Alright, guys, right off the back, I'm going to let you know right now, I love this episode for some reason. It was really good. I think I like this episode so much because I was just anticipating this, just the introduction of Tinkerbell, because last week I thought she was going to be in last week's episode, because last week's episode was called Lost Girl, and I had this big fanfic in my head like, oh, Tinkerbell was the first ever lost girl to ever be in Peter Pan's like group and stuff like that, and that didn't happen. It was just like Emma, and she was tripping because she was an orphan or something. So that was a little Debbie Downer, but but once I figured out that, you know, this episode was going to be about Tinkerbell, I was super excited. We got to kind of see like the origin story of Tinkerbell, well, like her rise and fall of being a pixie, and I really liked that. I thought it was great. I liked the fact that it was intertwined with Regina's storyline, and that was really good. Now this episode has to do with like I said, Team Henry they're looking for Henry, and they're still trying to look for him. They're looking for Pan's hideout. They come to find out that Pan is kind of messing around with them. Pan's playing games, and he's kind of moving his hideout to kind of confuse them. And Hook's like, yo, the only way we're gonna find Pan is if we find Tinkerbell, and that's where that whole, you know, like flashback story has to take place. And I like the fact that the flashback took place right when Regina was first learning dark magic with Rumple, because she still had that little innocence about her, and you still could relate to her, and she wasn't as evil. So I thought it was just a perfect time to like really put Tinkerbell in there. Tinkerbell sees that, oh, she's going evil, she wants to learn dark magic, and Tinkerbell tells us like, yo, all you need is like love, and if you find your one true love, you'll be happy, and you don't have to do this anymore. So she kind of helps Regina in trying to find that, and she has to use pixie dust, and she has to steal the pixie dust, and that causes a lot of drama with the blue fairy. And that's when you see, like in present day, like in Neverland, when you see what happened to Tinkerbell and what Regina did, you see why she's so pissed, and you understand, because they really played on the fact that, yo, whatever Regina did to Tinkerbell really effed Tinkerbell up, because she doesn't look happy. She looks a little wary. She's got a little gray in her. She doesn't look all pretty and stuff that much. She lost her wings, so I would be a pissed off like Pixie too if that happened to me. So I understood. I understood Tinkerbell, and I like the fact that the reason it happened was because Regina, she was afraid to find out who her one true love is, and she was afraid that it was going to make her weak and stuff, and that's where that greed and that power kind of really took over, and that's where, you know, kind of set Regina down the path. And I like the fact that it intertwined with Robin Hood, because that was supposed to be her one true love, and if she would have actually stepped into the bar and like met him, what would actually happen? You know, we might never had it, and we might never had, you know, Snow and Charming getting together. You never know. Like, it changed a lot. Just that one decision that Regina did changed a lot, and it kind of changed the whole course of like everybody's future. So it was for the good. It could have been for the bad, but we don't really know anymore because she never took that chance. So I like that though. Now, probably by far, like other than like Tinkerbell, because it was a phenomenal story with Tinkerbell and Regina. It was a very phenomenal story. But other than that, my favorite part of this episode was towards the end with like Mulan and figuring out if she's like a lesbian or if she's straight or not. Me, I'm going with the fact that she has a thing for horror. That's what I'm going with. I'm sticking to it. I'm telling you, Mulan's a lesbian, and I'm okay with that. I loved it. I like the fact that they played upon that, and it's basically like you decide what it was. We already know what it is, so they should have just said like, "Yo, Horror, I loved you," and then Horror's like, "Yo, I'm pregnant," and Mulan's like, "I can't deal with this shit. I'm going to Robin Hood," or something like that. You know what I mean? But we know what it is. Mulan, she's a lesbian. She likes girls. I'm okay with it. I thought it was fantastic. I thought it was ballsy. So I like the fact that the writers did that. That was by far my favorite part of this episode for some reason. And it wasn't just because, oh, two girls, she likes another girl. It was just the fact that they had the balls to do that and really change the storyline. So I thought it was just very cool. Now we're getting into Pan and Henry now. Pan is really pushing the fact that Henry needs to stay, and he's really trying to show Henry that you should stay. You're the chosen one. It's not your mom. Your mom's not the chosen one. She gave birth to the chosen one, and you're here to, like, you're the one who's supposed to be saving magic. So you see that Henry, at first he doesn't believe Pan, but now you can slowly see that Henry could start believing in Pan, and if he starts believing in Pan, he's not going to want to go home, and I want to see that. I want him to be like, no, I don't ever want to go home, and I want that to be a real struggle when Regina and Emma and them find Henry. I want that to be a struggle. So hopefully hopefully Pan just does it, and hopefully Pan really jacks up Henry's mind, and I hope that happens soon. I really hope that happens soon. Now, what else happened in this episode? Oh, Neil gets he gets to Neverland. I like that. Like I said, he had like a little side story, but his whole story like got overshadowed about like the whole Mulan thing. I like forgot about that. His entire side story because of the whole Mulan thing. It was crazy. But overall, I thought it was a great episode. I really enjoyed it. We're really moving along fast. I like it at a fast pace. And we probably got another thing I liked about this episode. I'm pretty sure, I'm 99.9% sure that Hook tapped Tinkerbell. I'm telling you, Hook hit that. He's the man. But overall, it was a fantastic episode. I really like the addition of Tinkerbell. Can't wait for next week's episode. What did you guys think? Did you like this episode? What was your favorite part about this episode? Did you like the part when Rumple, because he has a small part, but he has a part when he's in the when he's talking to Regina and she's eating food, and it's like this roasted a swan, and he's like, oh, roasted swan. And she's like, what? And he's like, oh, you'll understand that soon. You'll get that joke one day. So I really like that. But overall, it's just a fantastic episode. So please like this video, comment, subscribe, tell me what you thought. And as always, this is the Cirque Show 24/7. Be easy.